sir. Takes that last at bat. Obviously, called upon as defensive replacement late. Get to start off the ninth inning. What were you looking for, and how were you able to get the triple?
I think just coming off the bench, it's I'm looking to get my swing off as early as I can personally. Being that I'm on the bench, getting loose, getting hot, kind of cold hot. I'm looking to do damage early in the count to get my swing off. I saw a heater 0-0. Felt like I took a really good swing on it. Swung at a changeup in the dirt 0-1. I think I got a hanging changeup 0-2. But yeah, just taking it one pitch at a time and trusting myself and trusting my teammates behind me.
What's your mindset going into games? Obviously, you heard Brock talk about your versatility and an asset to be used in a lot of different facets in the role that you have. That's a difficult role. It's a very valuable role at all levels of baseball and very difficult even for guys that play at the big leagues. How do you go about just being ready all the time for an opportunity to help the team?
I think it depends on the way you look at it. You can look at it one way and be upset that you're not in the lineup, or you can embrace it and move forward with it. And I feel like in those moments, and I'm ready to do whatever. Whether that's like 2-5 said, go play second, short, third, center, right, or left, or taking a bat, bunt, hit. I think it's about how you look at it. And like he says, you never know when your name's going to get called. So I feel like my philosophy is kind of be ready at all times, no matter what it is. But yeah, I think it's also a testament to the guys behind me and the belief they have in me, because it's strong belief, and it's strong belief in a group and each other. And this group's different, man, and we really love each other. So that's what it's all about.
Last year, part of a team that had a lot of senior leadership. This year it's a little bit different. We talked to some of the guys last night, but for you, what was the message like for the team throughout the year, and how did yesterday feel, knowing the difficulties and the struggles that you guys had to go through at the beginning of the year?
It's special. This is a different group than last year. Last year's group, we would just win games. Like we didn't have to learn how to win games last year, I feel like. I feel like this year we've had to grow so much with each other. And the message was always, don't look at that dang schedule. Don't look at that damn scoreboard. All we're going to do is show up and we're going to work. And that's, I think Flo touched on it yesterday, but we're one win away yesterday from winning the WCC, and it doesn't matter. Like, guys are in here at noon and 1 doing early work, getting better. It just doesn't matter. We're just focused on getting better every single day, no matter what the result is. That's our philosophy as a group.
What have you learned during the season?
A lot about myself. How selfless can I be, I think, is the approach I take every day, and it's very fulfilling. And I love those guys in that locker room as much as any group, and they're special to me, and I know I'm special to them, and we're just focused on the next day, staying present.
Got a tournament coming up. You've played in a couple tournaments now, the NCAA tournament, but also a WCC tournament. You got a lot of freshmen that haven't experienced this before. What is the message to the young guys? How do you describe for them what to expect and how to be ready next week when you guys are playing a very important game?
Nothing changes. I think that's the good part about this group, is that we've been through so many highs and so many lows, that the message has been so consistent about work and the process, that it's just, we believe that nothing's going to change. And it's about not making the moment any big. And you know what, if we're going to go out, we're going to go out being loose and being ourselves and being free. And that's what's been the consistent message this year throughout all the results, no matter win, loss, good, bad, and different. It's about the process, and it's about taking it one at bat at a time, one pitch at a time. And that's going to be consistent, and we're going to hammer that home.
You were on deck for that big Ward hit. What was your mindset going up, watching him run the bases? Obviously, you got to be thinking about, we got to get a way to get him in, right?
Yeah, I think the main thing is just thinking about my breath, but also like just being so pumped for him. He touched on like how close the team was, and I think my first reaction was like, "Oh, that's gone!" Like just pure joy, just seeing that, because I know all the stuff Wardy's been through, and just I know how much the team loves him, and he's he's tough and shows perseverance, and I think that's a big thing. Like shows his personality and who he is at heart. Like he's a tough guy and he's willing to work through anything and just be selfless for the team. So I think that was my first thought, and then just throughout the at bat, breathing, and not trying to get sped up, being myself, and just being selfless for the team, just trying to get the job done, no matter no matter the situation, not trying to get the big hit, just trying to pass the baton, like 2-5 always says, and get the guys behind me up. So
we're talking 2-5 of kind of how you've grown already just in 1 year here at USD. What do you think you've grown the most in being a Torero after transferring in?
I would say just my maturity and my attitude, and being consistent at the field every day. Knowing how to show up to the field, get work done, and then also when things don't go your way, being consistent and being able to be the same Aden. Take a deep breath, being able to flush it quickly and not hold on to it the whole game. I think that was, I guess, the main thing. Like, I feel like I got doubled off early in the game, didn't know the outs. And I feel like earlier in the year I would have kept that, held it in. Just you could see it on my face the whole game. But I feel like I just did a better job being able to flush it and trying to move on. The guys behind me I know will pick me up and have full trust in them. So I think that's just the main thing.
We slowly start to watch some of you, kind of the ones that were new to this program learn how to play for Brock in terms of an offensive sense. You've really improved your at bats and kind of your approach at the plate. How do you think you've picked up on the approach and what's expected of you at the box?
Yeah, just trying to keep it simple, not trying to do too much. Knowing who I am, not trying to hit home runs every at bat. Just do what I can to pass the torch, put up good quality at bats, see pitches, and swing at pitches I can drive. It's the main thing. Just keeping things simple and not trying to do anything too extra. So
obviously, a lot of the guys that were on this team last year know what it's like to be in a WCC tournament, an NCAA tournament, come from a school that had a lot of success too. What from the younger perspective, what are you guys excited about most here in the next couple of days?
I'm just, I think we're all just eager to be in like a playoff atmosphere. I know I've never experienced, or a lot of the freshmen never experienced like just something this big in a playoff atmosphere. So I'd say just staying loose, being ourselves, and enjoying the moment, and having fun is the main thing. Not making the moment too big, and just keep playing how we've been playing, and staying loose and relaxed.
We asked Ward, we asked a couple guys last night. Obviously talking to you for the first time since you guys won yesterday. The beginning part of the season to now, what did it feel extra sweet that all the stuff that you guys had to go through at the beginning of the year, and what were your emotions like? Thinking back to when you guys were like 6 and whatever it was to now being a West Coast Conference champion. Any of those moments kind of appear last night when you're running around celebrating a West Coast Conference championship?
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. It's surreal. Like I think that just shows the grit and the toughness of the team, and we're all so close. So it was fun. Like and it's so amazing just celebrating with everyone. Just pure joy coming from everyone. Like none of it's fake. Just pure excitement and emotion. So it's memories that are gonna last forever. And I don't know, it's just amazing. I wouldn't want to celebrate it with any other group of guys. And you definitely think about like the first half, but I think we've all done like just a good job of flushing and moving forward and being consistent every day and working hard to try and be better and obtain our goal.
It's obviously easy to overlook tomorrow when you're thinking about next Thursday. It's senior day tomorrow. Obviously, the seniors want to go on a good note. What's the mindset going into tomorrow's game?
I think just honoring them. The seniors have been so good. So a lot of us younger guys we've all had to learn and grow, but I think they've done a good job of just taking a lot of us under their wings and talking to us, building us up, not looking down at us, and making us feel welcome. So, Ozzy, obviously he's a great leader. And just a lot of the guys, they've been so good to me, and I think just going out, staying focused, and it's awesome that we get to honor them, and I'm really excited for it. So they deserve it.
Thank you, Aden. Thanks. Obviously, last night was very important in a clinching a championship. These two games, a little bit different in terms of results after the fact, but you still want to finish the season strong. How do you think the guys responded to a night after a championship winning night?
Yeah, last night celebrating, basically the whole season, right? Everything that they've been through, the perseverance, the resilience, that came out. But I'll continue to say what these guys do is they show up every day, and they show up. They want to win. Their goal is to win, and they're just so consistent in their work, their preparation. They're consistent in each other. They're consistent in their personalities. They're consistent in their belief. Um, and it becomes like a habit. Okay, it's not taken for granted. They appreciate going through that process. They appreciate working, and they appreciate competing, and competing with one another. And I firmly believe that that's like what this team's all about. Not too high, not too low, never out of a fight. They get punched, they're going to punch back, and they stay with it. And I felt like I saw that again tonight. When you can just kind of like, hey, we won a championship, and get too high, and then come out too low, and it set the tone with Toreros tonight, which is an unbelievable performance. And our pitching staff just did a heck of a job again, passing off to Cody, then passing off to Mosiel, and then Ozzie doing his thing in the ninth.
How hard is it to keep guys focused for these two games, obviously tonight and then again tomorrow, and you got a tournament coming up, and again after last night, for the general public it might seem like games that don't matter. All games obviously matter. What's the mindset? How do you manage that with college kids?
I think when you have a great group of guys, we have a great group of guys, but they've had to learn that. They've had to learn it. They've had to earn it to that point where we're at now. Meaning, like we went through our tough times early in the year, and that was like keep plugging, keep staying with the process. Don't get distracted by the results. And then they take it upon themselves when they show up and they're hungry. They can't wait to be here. They're excited to be here every day. And I think that's the key ingredient, because as the coach, you can only do so much to send the message, but when you get that gut feel like these guys are taking ownership of it, they're taking ownership of the team and the way they go about it, then you got something special. And they don't want to let each other down. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose a game. It's the process that is in place each and every day, and it's awesome to see.
Pitching staff has held them to they're 5 for 53 in 2 games. What can you say about how good your pitching staff's been?
Our pitching's been so dominant all conference. It's not even funny. And it's not just 1, 2 guys. It's, Porter today getting another opportunity, just going out there and just, 3 pitches for strikes, both sides of the plate. Porter did the same thing last week, and he's got the competitive edge, and he's consistent guy. And, he really responded this week from last week, I thought, and just gave us 5 solid innings. And knowing who he is as a pitcher, it helps. And it was awesome to see. And you don't have to throw it hard. You don't have to throw 100 miles an hour, but if you can change speeds, throw strikes, and you're going to make a lot of outs, collect a lot of outs in this game.
Yesterday, you guys put up 13 runs. Today, had to grind out a lot, left a lot of guys on base. Inches away from a grand slam that they made a good play on. But after you have a night like last night in terms of offensive production, how do you stay focused and keep grinding out at bats when it seems like it's a little bit more difficult than it was the night before?
Yeah, I thought we hit the ball well tonight on a couple different occasions. And Gerb smokes that ball. I don't know how hot it was off the bat. The guy robs a home run or grand slam, like you said. Ozzie was on the barrel. Lobliner was on the barrel. Rex was on the barrel. And sometimes you have nights like that, and that's why the process is still the process of running counts at the plate, quality at bats, pass the torch. Hitting's going to come and go, and if we rely on the long ball too much, then you're going to get disappointed. You're going to get discouraged. They turn into selfish at bats, and it's a 1 through 9 deal. Obviously tonight, Wardy coming off the bench and getting the big hit for us there in the ninth. You never know when your name's going to get called, so you just try to put together the toughest at bats that you can put together, night in and night out, and then give your brother behind you an opportunity to drive you in or execute when needed. And these guys believe in that. They know it, and they know that that's their goal each and every night. And just super, super, super proud of the way they go about it every day.
How about Ward gets called upon and goes out there and delivers with the triple off the wall, inches away from
Oof.
potentially ending it right there. How proud are you of Ward for the season that he has obviously had off and on playing, but doing whatever his job seems to be.
Asking a lot out of him, and I feel like the guys know that their roles on this team, and he's going to go play the outfield. He can come in and play the infield, play second, play third. He's playing free. He's going out there. He's having fun. He's enjoying it. And again, when these guys want to win and they know they can help the team win in each and every way, Wardy's just got an unbelievable attitude about that, and knows that when he gets this time, he's already ready. I'm already looking for him in the dugout, and he's like, "Oh, I'm already ready. I'm already ready to get out there and go in." And that's a veteran, and I know he wants to win more than anyone.
Howard gets the game-winning knock and field in, just got to hit hard somewhere, goes over the head of the first baseman. How have you seen Howard grow since he became a Torero?
Yeah, I just think he needed the bats, and go through it, right? And you're going to face a lot of adversity and failure in this game, and it's about how you deal with it. And I think that learning experience for him early on, it really turned the corner for him to keep staying with it. We're going to keep running you out there every day, man. You're going to get an opportunity every day. And I think that, getting more at bats underneath his belt, learning the college game, and I mean that's another at bat that, hey, he could look to try to drive something in the gap, but it's 2 strikes. He gets in there, he goes, I think it was 0-2 right away, and what does he do? He touches it. That's our game plan: be tough with 2 strikes, find a way to put the bat on the ball. And he does it, and it bounces over the first baseman's head and gets the job done. So, again, that's understanding our style of play, our offense, our team offense. You can't control getting hits, but you can control having those quality, tough at-bats, and he came through in a big spot for us tonight.
One more game left in the regular season. It's senior day. You got 4 seniors tomorrow you're going to honor. What do you want to say, but since we don't get to talk to you before tomorrow, what do you want to say about the 4 guys that are having their last couple days in the program?
Yeah, it's always a touching moment, because these guys give their blood, sweat, and tears for the city, for the university, for this baseball program, and you always think about the time, the effort, the selflessness that these guys give, and you got Suss out there, you got Ozzy out there. You got Mosiello out there, and you got Anzai out there, and just think about everything that those guys do each and every day, and how hard they work, and the type of guys they are, the personalities that they are, and how much the guys love them and appreciate them and respect them for everything that they do, and it's just an awesome way to celebrate them and remember them and honor them, and and I think we had 12 or 14 seniors last year. Those guys were a heart and soul of our team last year. And then you look at this group here and how much that these guys have done for us, and how much they carry the torch and set the tone for the younger guys. And it's really teaching the younger guys, what San Diego baseball is all about. And that's not just playing the game of baseball. That's how you are as a man, and leave this program as a man, ready for society, and being a first-class human being and treating people with respect, and so on and so forth, and those guys check that box in all those categories, and I just can't wait to see them out there and having the time of their life playing the game of baseball that they love for this university and for this program. So it's going to be an exciting day.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thanks, B.